What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com. AshSaidIt.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. We appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you for your love, your support. Yes, we're on the heels of 500,000 streams worldwide. Wouldn't be possible without you guys. So I thank y'all. So because of all that support and love, y'all know I love the exclusives. You know, I like to bring in some folks that, you know, you done seen through social media. You done seen them on the TV screens. And you're going to be seeing them on the silver screen real soon and very soon. Today, we are privileged to have with us this talent. You've seen her face all over Black and Sexy TV, Sexless, Chef Julian, Rosewood, Marvel's Agent Carter, Being Mary Jane, and most recently featured on the new CBS hit S.W.A.T. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show, Khalilah Joi.
Hello.
Hey, girlie, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you in between sets and stuff, so we had to just snatch you up. Yes. Awesome. All right, Khalilah, let everybody know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
Okay, so I represent two places a little bit. I was born in Georgia, specifically Thomasville, Georgia, which is a little town right by Tallahassee. That's where my mom's family is from. We were there for a couple years. Then we went to Atlanta for another 4 years. So I was in Georgia for about 6 years. And then we went up to Hampton, Virginia, which is where I grew up. So I represent the Southern Peaches, but I also give it up from a VA, 2 up, 2 down, 757. All my folks.
Awesome.
Because that's what raised me.
All right. So as a child, Khalilah, what were your aspirations? What did you want to be?
Okay, so when I was very young, I wanted to be an obstetrician because I wanted to be like Dr. Huxtable on the Cosby Show.
Okay.
But that faded real fast because the sight of blood does not work for me.
Okay, yeah, that may do it.
Yeah, that would work. It would work out. And then I wasn't really a theater kid. I used to do what I just thought was weird stuff. I used to do like monologues and stuff in the bathroom or in my bedroom by myself. I didn't know that's what it was at the time. I would just make up stories and start acting them out. But my course of study, as I got older, I decided I was going to go into broadcast journalism. So I went to UVA, majored in English. I got into NYU School of Journalism for grad school, but I decided to take a year off and work at a news station, and I'm so glad I did because I hated it so very much. And I was like, wow, this is not what I want to do at all. So I started acting as kind of a hobby at that point, just because I needed, a release, and I started teaching to bide my time. And the more I acted, the more I wanted to act, and I started taking classes, and then I started auditioning, and I was like, wait a minute, this could be a thing. And after, a little while in, like, the Washington, D.C. market, I decided to really take the leap and drove out here to L.A., and I've been out here ever since.
Okay, cool. What would you say was your biggest inspiration to pursue the craft?
I think my biggest inspiration was finding something that I really loved doing, something that I felt like I was good at, and something that I felt like I could do for the rest of my life and be happy. Like, I feel like a lot of times when we think about careers and jobs, it's more a means to an end.
Yeah.
But one thing my mom, in particular, really impressed upon me when I was young was to find a job, find something to do that makes you happy, because you have to do it for the rest of your life, And I think she didn't really have that experience. She got a very practical job. She was a social worker, and she was like, but I want you to be happy. Yeah. And just the idea that I could make a living doing something that made me happy, I was like, well, I at least have to try, you know?
Definitely got to try that out. What would you say was your biggest challenge as you were starting out as a brand new actor? You jumped into, like you said, you drove across the some state lines to get to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What was that big challenge for you?
I think the biggest challenge for me was I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't have anyone in my family or even in my distant family or friends who were in the entertainment business. So I was coming in totally blind, and I was dumb as a stump. When it came to this business, I didn't know what to do. Like, how do I get headshots? Once I get them, what do I do then? I got scammed a couple times when I was first starting out. You know, have you ever heard those like advertisements on the radio? Like, you want to be a model, want to be an actor, come to this conference. So I fell for that twice.
Oh, I fell for it as well.
And they got me out of like total probably $2,500 with these conferences that lead to nothing. That are just there to take your money, but I didn't know any better. And, you know, trying to print headshots, I got scammed doing that. So the biggest challenge starting out was really just getting my footing and having to learn everything from scratch because I didn't have any guidance in that way. Like, my family is all in academia, so I couldn't go to anybody and be like, what do I do? How do I do this? It was just really learning as I go and making a lot of mistakes.
Gotcha. As we all do. And sometimes that's when that's where you get to the best part of life is when you make those mistakes, you learn from them, you take from them, and you know what not to do next time.
Exactly. And you can pay it forward and help other people not make those mistakes.
Absolutely. All right, Khalilah Joi. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a brief break here, you guys. We will be back with more Khalilah Joi. We're going to talk some projects and what the girls got up to next. So I'm going to holler at y'all. Wouldn't it be great if there was a place to discover awesome discounts on gently used clothes? There is. S.W.A.T.com, the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. Stop driving store to store and shifting through dozens of racks. Shop millions of clothes in seconds on S.W.A.T.com. Save up to 90% off retail price for your favorite brands, such as Lululemon, Carter's, Nike, J.Crew, and so many more. If something doesn't fit, enjoy hassle-free returns, 30 days, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Shop S.W.A.T.com right now. Use promo code ASHSAID40 for your 40% off today. And we are back. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. We've got here actress, entertainer extraordinaire, Khalilah Joi. She's chilling out with us. And we're talking projects, we're talking acting, we're talking Black and Sexy TV. So, Khalilah, how was that connection made?
So I knew about Black and Sexy for a while. I remember seeing the movie that they first put out, A Good Day to Be Black and Sexy, years ago at a screening. And I went up and introduced myself to Dennis, but, you know, that was it. Nothing really came of it. And then I watched some of the shows, Room 11 Friends, Hello Cupid. Fast forward, I saw a post on Facebook, believe it or not, from the casting director, Natasha Ward. And she was saying she was casting for this new Black and Sexy show. They were going to call back, and she was still looking for some people. So I was like, maybe I should have my manager hit her up. So I did. He hit her up. I went into the callback. It was a callback / chemistry read. And the first session that I did in that audition was a chemistry read with myself and Courtney Burrell, who, you know, plays Julian on the shows. And so we went in and we did our thing. And then they paired me then with other people. So it was like I read with a couple other people. And I promise you, Ash, when I left, I did not think I was going to get it. I was like, they're going to go with somebody else. I just got a feeling. I really didn't. I didn't feel like me and Courtney had chemistry. Like, I was like, they're never going to cast us together. So when I got that call, I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. And then when I saw that it was Courtney, too, I was like, oh, my God.
But you know, the crazy thing about it is that's usually how it goes. Like those auditions that you go in on and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just have to chuck that one up for the team because usually the ones that you're least confident about, those are usually the ones that you get.
Isn't that crazy? So crazy.
And we're so glad that you got that. All right, we got that under your belt.
Thank you. Me too. Thank you.
So fast forward some now. What went through your mind when you got the call back for CBS S.W.A.T, Shemar Moore? What went through your mind?
Honestly, it just like, because it was pilot season, and I was like, okay, just go in and, you know, do what you did in the first call. You know, when you get a call back, you're like, okay, they saw something they like, so I want to try to bring that again.
Yeah. And
with me, still to this day, auditions give me some anxiety. So my biggest thing is go in there calm and confident. Just don't let the butterflies get the best of you. And that was really it. And I went in there and did it. It was pretty quick. They redirected me a couple times, so they had different takes. And that was it, and I left. And it was several days later before I found out I booked it, like maybe 3 or 4 days later. And after a day or two passes, I'm just like, oh, I didn't get that one. So when my manager called me, I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome.
And what is Shemar Moore like on set? Is he just as cool and as chill as we see him on Instagram?
I have to say, he really is. And what really shocked me, not that I didn't expect it, you just don't see it all the time, is how generous he was with his time with every person on set. Like, when we came in, there were a bunch of background players and extras there. He walks in, he took the time to shake every person's hand in the room, say hello, and we were filming out in South LA, so once people saw the camera crews and they saw him, like, people started swarming the streets. Like, they were lined up on the sidewalk. In between takes, when most actors would go sit in their trailer or go sit in their chairs, he would go across the street, shake hands, take pictures, meet everybody. And I'm like, what? You just don't see actors do that all the time, especially not people who've been in this business for 20, 25 years. Yeah. Like, he's still so kind and generous to his fans. It was really a pleasure. Like, it was great to see that.
Awesome. Now, did he offer you any encouraging words or any advice?
He was just really cool on set. And, you know, when I first got there, he was like, you know, hey, you want to run lines with me? Another thing that you don't get a lot of times. I was like, yeah. And he was very flexible with it. He's like, let's play around. You know, I'll throw this line in there. You can do what you want. Like, you know, he gave me the room to play a little bit. Like, one of the lines that you saw in the show, we just added. It wasn't in the script initially. So, yeah, he was really cool. And he and Justin Lin, who was the director, they were very nice. And, you know, I was like, well, you know, he might need a friend for the rest of the season, so y'all can holler at me.
I know that's right.
You know. But, yeah, he was dope. I loved working with him. I had nothing but good things to say about him.
Good. I like to hear that. It's always good to hear that people are as genuine as they are. You know, because sometimes people will put on a full-on show, and then when the cameras are off, it's a different story. We ain't going down that street today. We not going down that street. We're going to skip it today. Good vibes, positive energy.
Yes.
So, Khalilah, what are you up to next?
So, right now I'm in midst of tech week for a play that I'm doing out here in LA. We open this Friday and we go through the weekend after Thanksgiving. I think the 26th is our last show. So I've been really busy with that. And I have another show coming up. It's called The Noise. It's actually going to be on Sundance Channel. And I'm going to be guest starring on that show. I don't know when it's going to be released yet. We already shot it, but I don't know what the air date is yet. But I'll definitely post it on all my social media and stuff. And I'm actually shooting a commercial this Friday.
Get it?
Which should be good. Yes. Yeah. So I got a few things going on, just trying to stay busy.
Got to, girl. Got to. So very proud of you. It just, to see you on the screen, you know, to see sisters like myself on the screen, a beautiful black woman, you know, and we doing it out. We doing it. Nobody's taking it from us. No one's giving it to us. We out there and we taking charge. That's what I'm talking about. So I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, last but certainly not least, what words of wisdom would you offer to any aspiring actors today?
Words of wisdom. A couple, I would say, one, if you choose this road, make sure it's what you truly want and what you love, because it can be difficult. It can be very trying, and there can be a lot of challenges. So you have to have a reason to stay in it if you want to do it. And the other thing I would say is just just don't take it personally. And this is something that to this day I have to tell myself. When I don't book roles or when I feel like I did a great job in an audition and I don't get it, it can start to feel like I start to feel like it's me. I'm not a good actor, and I start to take it personally. But there are so many other factors that go into these casting decisions that I'm learning about, and I'm just like, oh, that didn't have anything to do with me. They were going to cast that person from the gate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I have had to learn to not take things personally, because it can start to break you down if you do. So I would just say those would be the two. Make sure you have a reason. If you want to really do this, like, make sure you know why you want to do it and be willing to take the ups and the downs, and then don't take it personally. You just can't.
Gotcha. Khalilah, I'm so very, like I said, I'm so very proud of you. You make me happy to see you on screen repping for us in a good, positive light, because, you know, there's some other examples out there.
There are.
So, but to see you out there, you know, doing your thing makes me proud. I'm sure it makes a whole bunch of other people proud. We're rooting for you all day, every day. What is the best way for people to stay up to date with what's going on with you?
The best way would be my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All of them across the board are at Khalilah Joi, KHALILAHJOI.
Sounds like a plan. We appreciate you so much, girl. Keep doing it up in a major and massive way. No problem. And I thank you guys for all your downloads, all your love, your support. It does not go unseen. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, but real life is so much better. All right? Until next time.